Hey guys, good moment, good day, good night, good frequency of now. Happy moment in time, guys. It's Ria here, just hopping on to do a quick Sunday message. Sunday with a cherry on top. Just wanted to share a message that Spirit has been kind of communicating with me. And I just wanted to share that before we go out bowling together. We're going to go out, do some bowling as a family. So I just wanted to hop on and deliver a message first. Just want to give it a few seconds, see if anyone wants to hop on, and then I'll also do a collective reading real quick on the subject. Just a quick message, guys. Put my comments on. Where am I? Comments. Oh, okay. All right. No one's here. Hey, Leona. Thank you for commenting. Thank you. Good morning to you as well. Hey, Amy Lang. Thank you for joining. Just hopping on, doing my usual pop on. So if you guys don't mind, I'd appreciate it if you share out. Just want to deliver a quick message for this Sunday morning. Sunday with some hot fudge sauce, a cherry, some whipped cream. Yummy, yummy. Hey, Patty. Good morning. Good moment. Good moment in time. Happy frequency. All right. So just a quick message. Hey, Miranda. Thank you for joining. Beautiful. Beautiful people. First of all, I want to thank you for being here and shining your light, because where you shine and put your focus, you literally, truly do illuminate that energy and give forth and bring forth all of the information that you guys are holding within. So each one of you, like Amy, Miranda, Patty, Leona, you guys are all holding your own divine frequency, and that divine frequency is made up of all timelines that you are holding, all rememberings, all experience, all wisdom, all knowledge, everything that you have transmuted and alchemized in the past, and everything that you've illuminated, the joy, the light, the love. You literally, all of you are holding that divine frequency of your own individual soul's path, but not just on this timeline. Spirit is saying all timelines. So Spirit, I didn't even know was going to bring forth that, wanting us to remember just how powerful we are. And when you shine that light, you are sharing the totality of your divine frequency imprint with who and where you join, where you merge your energy, where you place your focus. That is so beautiful, and that is why so many beautiful channelings, or I feel beautiful, beautiful channelings come forth, because it's a conglomeration. Spirit is saying of all your individual soul's experiences on all timelines throughout eternity, merging together, collectively coming together to express and to grow and to learn and to catalyze and to trigger our own individual divine frequency into even greater expansion by gathering together. So we don't just take Leona's life from this timeline. We are also, Leona right now, even in her comments, even though she's not sharing a timeline where Leona was an Atlanteus or a Lemurian on some other timeline, she is still holding those codes. So when she pops on, when she shares her light, whether through a comment or just a heart or just through her awareness, she literally is sharing and activating codes within us as well for our own remembering on all of our timelines. But she's activating information within us by being present, just like I'm activating or reflecting or channeling information from all of you guys. We collectively are creating the message. We collectively are expanding our God source energy. That's so beautiful. And a lot of times, like, we'll say, thank you for being here. Thank you for shining your light. But Spirit is this morning this Sunday, this banana split Sunday, is literally wanting and thanking us and bowing down to us and appreciating and wanting us to know a little deeper of what the extent of that thank you means. Because it is so much more than what meets the eye. It is so much more than what meets the present moment. But within the present moment, Spirit is saying, contains the information of all timelines. And they're still worked into the energies of this moment. How beautiful. Wow. I didn't even know that was coming through. All right. So what Spirit was communicating with me earlier, I have been finding myself, Ria. Marie's my real name. Ria's my nickname. Projecting a little bit in the future, thinking about this, that, and the other thing, or thinking about the past, just past incidences, rerunning them through my brain, or things that have happened, or experiences that have gone on in my own personal life, past, present, and future. And what Spirit is really wanting for us to share today, especially when we start projecting or worrying or trying to formulate how that future is going to look for us through our limited thinking. It's not saying not to have desires or goals in the futures or throwing it out there, but sometimes our minds get stuck in the gears. And that's funny, when I was working out this morning at Planet Fitness, you know how they have all of those little gears everywhere? And that was kind of standing out to me today as I was working out. As we have those gears running, we're kind of spinning in our tracks, Spirit is saying, because even at Planet Fitness, the little gears that are all over the walls, weren't combining or turning with another gear. They were kind of standing out. And what Spirit is saying is, sometimes what we do when we try to formulate or try to figure out all the details or try to project because we're being impatient, and that impatience and projection is really due, Spirit is saying, to our lack of trust in how it's going to happen. So then our mind gets in the way and starts wanting to figure it out. And in that figuring it out, what it's really looking for, Spirit is saying, is security and anchoring in that future moment. So that future moment does exist within a portal, also within itself, like that little gear, that little opening with the little sprockets. That does exist. It is a possibility, and it is a potential, Spirit is saying. But what we do is we really take away from the now, and we spin in our tracks when we project into the future. They want us to know, when we project in the future overly, like we can't get it out of our mind, keeps us from enjoying the past, that is really based in not worrying about it, doubting it. It's based on expectations. It's based on past letdown, Spirit is saying. So how do we get from point A to point B or point A to that end result without all the worry, without all the spinning of wheels, without worrying about the details, without thinking about the lack that we actually have? How is our lack now going to get us to where we want to go, if anything's possible, and blah, 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 blah. Hey, good morning, Ada. We do it in the now. Spirit is saying, we click, the gears will come together and click together quicker from our perception when we totally bring ourselves back to the moment, when we don't even think about that other thing. Our soul, our spirit has got our back. It already knows what we want. Our heart already knows. It's just about us, as you guys have heard many times in the past, about getting out of our own way. So as we remove ourselves out of our own way and bring it to the now, we're literally creating that other moment of now quicker from our perception on this timeline. So Spirit is saying, when you find yourselves projecting, getting out of your present, not even like, and when we're in those moments, we might not even know what's before us. Spirit is always telling me lately, what is before you now? What is before you now? How can you give to yourself now? How can you utilize the energy before you now to its fullest? We're given many gifts in this moment of now. And this is what's really weird, is I literally was on a machine at the gym, and I was thinking about my future, and I was projecting, and I wasn't in the now. But what came to me was Spirit saying, okay, what can you utilize in the now? Even if it's gazing upon something on the wall, that brings you to the now. And what I gazed upon were those little singular sprockets or gears that I saw on the wall. And because I focused on that, this message came through. So I actually created space to utilize what was in the moment, that gear, to generate a message for now, to utilize and use the energy, the abundance available to me now, even though it has nothing to do with whatever I was worrying or thinking about in the gym that took me out of my now. Hey, Lauren, good morning. Good, extra early morning. You're 3 hours ahead of me. Hopefully this is making sense. So we match the frequency of our desires by utilizing what we can use now. What is before us now that we can even just gaze upon or focus, that takes us out of the projection, takes us out of the mind, takes us out of the past. And for me, it was that gear on the wall as I was working out, which actually is being utilized in this message. So I truly am utilizing the moment of the now. And as I do that, I move the energy. And as I'm moving the energy, it's creating insight and light, which creates space for new ideas, new concepts, new guidance, rising in frequency that is going to match whatever it is I am looking to create quicker. Spirit has been saying to me the past week or two, what can I do for myself now? As you give to yourself now, you're giving to your future self, you're raising your frequency, but you are actually utilizing up the energy, the abundance, the energy before you now. And then it flows through you, which creates space in your present to create more. So as we utilize, allow all the abundance before us, even if it's a painting on a wall or something hanging on the ceiling, as we bring our present focus to now, even if it is just to say, thank you. Like that tapestry hanging over there above my bed this morning. I came upstairs to do my message because everyone's being loud downstairs. But as I awoke, that came to my mind, and I was just really appreciating my environment. I was looking at that mandala as it goes out, and I was connecting to it and thinking, okay, that's representative of my energy, my heart opening, creating space. So something as simple as just bringing your focus. And people that are experiencing a lot of anxiety, I think, are also taught this, to bring their focus to something in the room, whether it's a pillow or whether it's a heart or the sky, or even looking at your own hand. Jeez, I'm not loud down there. Bringing your awareness to the moment, absorbing that energy, you're actually utilizing it. It's going through you, so it's not stuck, and that creates space for your new desires to manifest, for you to receive what it is you want. This is making so much sense. It's like if you got a box or a chest or a drawer filled up with stuff, but you have all these desires of other things you want, it's not going to fit in that box. It's not going to fit in that drawer till you clean it out or use what you have. Just like that refrigerator is not going to get empty until you utilize or use the food that is in there. So a lot of times we're ahead, projecting in the future, we're shopping and adding to our refrigerator or our drawers or a cupboard or what we want in life. But we first, Spirit is saying, have to utilize that energy that is before us now in a positive way. Hey, Munazabi, thank you for joining. So this is just making sense to me because, just like when you get writer's block, or you're never going to solve a problem, when you try to solve a problem from where it was created from, you're never going to get there. It's never going to get solved. You got to remove yourself from that density, utilize up something that's in your awareness. Oh, what can I do now? Oh, I can go for a walk. That's how I can give to myself now. So as you go for your walk, that energy, the energy's moving, it's flowing through you, and then boom, you're given the answer because you created space to receive. Holy crap, that is really good. It's like I was a little nervous, like thinking, I really don't know exactly how I'm going to explain this or express it. But I'm like, Spirit will come through and it'll explain it better. Because all I thought was, okay, what can you do for yourself now, and how can you utilize the energy? But as I step it up, as I start spewing the energy that was before me now, the knowledge that I was told by Spirit today earlier, as I use that, then I'm creating space even for more insight and more frequencies to come through. That's kind of what channeling is. It's moving energy, and as you move it, what is before you now in the present, more light is always wanting to come through. Even when you're cleaning your house, Spirit is using an example. Even when you're cleaning your house or organizing, you get ideas as you're organizing. Maybe I should move this chair here. Maybe I should move this picture. Maybe I should organize my closet differently, because you've actually are utilizing the moment of the now. Spirit is saying this is a back to basic message that goes a little deeper than bringing your present moment, being in the moment, being in the now. And this is just a way to explain it, to have a little bit deeper knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of it. And when we get those ahas and that deeper understanding and knowledge of something, it it um it becomes more one with us. It's like activating a light within us, and we understand it, and it becomes more part of us. It's not a theory, it's not a thought, it's not a have to, it's not a tool, it's not even really a teaching at that point. It is part of us. It is part of us. So today's message is to make these concepts of living in the now, what can you do for your now, and give you some deeper wisdom and insight of the physics or the mechanics of how it's actually working. And they said mechanics with a smile on their face, because again, it went with the mechanics of what I was seeing at the wall at Planet Fitness as I was receiving this message, as I followed Spirit's instruction to bring my attention to the now. And then I saw the little gears on the wall. All right, so that's cool. All right, let's see what you guys have to say here. It is 10:36. I love Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. And it's Sunday. There's so much Sunday, Sunday, as in the day of the week. But even in that word, the sun, oh my God, this is so beautiful. Sunday represents the sun. Do I have the sun with me here today? You know, the sun, the temple of the cross breath I use, the sun represents the sun that we are, the light that we are. And every day is a day to illuminate our light, Spirit is saying. So even in Sunday, the day of the week with the sun, the sun outside reflecting and creating a marker for our remembering of our knowledge, and remembering that we are light and love. We're an endless portal of light. And every day, which means every moment, is an opportunity to shine your light and to illuminate it, and to bring your focus to the now. What can I utilize now? What can I do now? And that takes you out of the future. You're not focused on the future, but guess what? You're actually creating it simultaneously as you allow all the energy to be utilized now. As you use it now, it creates space to get you to that, to resonate with that portal that you want to get to, or be, or live in. But really, there's only the now. I don't know. I just find that fascinating. And then Sunday, like the Sunday, ice cream Sunday, that is so beautiful, because when you shine your light and you share in your light, it's tasty like a sundae with a cherry on top. It's delicious. Life is smoother. You know how ice cream melts and it's smooth in your mouth, or it melts easily? It's kind of more flow. Well, when we shine our light and step into our sun and step into our moment, because the sun is representative of that heart portal, heart space. The heart represents our grounding center. The heart represents the portal to connecting to us, to all that we are, in our feelings and our God self and our higher self. It's that feeling center where we feel and have our emotions. And that is symbolic. When we're tuned into that, life tastes more like, every moment tastes like a Sunday on both both parts, both counts. Sunday and Sandae, or Sundae, Sunday. All right. I just love that. And I love that once I step in and channel or deliver, like, it gets lighter and brighter. And as I move that energy, more awareness and insight come. So we're literally activating ourselves in every moment, as well as we move that energy, as we step out, as we release the doubt, use our free will. This is where our free will is important. Releasing that future, boom, bringing it to the now. All right. My father helped to build and program the first computers. Wow. He would tell me that you can't get to the end product without using what you have today. Leona, thank you so much for that affirmation. Thank you for that light. Thank you for that knowledge and wisdom. And that is another beautiful way that the physical reality is always showing us what we need, always showing us the energy of ourself, showing us the truth, showing us guidance. Spirit speaks always. All right, I'm getting texts from the family to get the let out. So let's just see real quick. I'm going to pull a downstairs. I can see the messages. Let's go. Let's go. We're leaving. We're leaving. Taking me out of my now moment here. All right. Mystical wisdom. But when that kind of stuff is in the now, then it actually is part of your now because it's before you. I'm not projecting them to text the messages. It's before me. So it's like saying, okay, Marie, shoot, focus. Mystical wisdom. What do you have to say, shoot, about this information as a collective, what Spirit brought forth today? I love that, Leona. Exactly. And that goes along with, the only way through something is through it. Same thing. The only way out of it is through it. That's the word. The only way out of it is through it. The only way out of this world is to get through it. The only way to get to the other side, another tunnel, the bridge, the only way to get out of it is through it. Yeah, we can backtrack a little bit if we want, but ultimately we got to keep moving forward. We can stump ourselves up. We can get a little fearful. I used to know someone who was afraid to drive over bridges, like literally, and obviously it's tied into another experience. Children, know that your children are protected. To me, this represents that sacral energy. It's orange, and it's showing to me us blooming. And as we bloom, and as we allow, and as we shine, as we give birth to new ideas, insights, creations, states of being, we are going to need a little courage. That tiger to me represents courage. It represents also the dichotomy of things, the paradoxes, because of the stripes I'm feeling, like the white and the black stripes. But how we actually create is, as you guys know, bringing two opposites together, whether it's procreation with a man or woman, or whether it's creating a new idea, the yin, the yang, they come together for creation. And there's the orange representing that creation, representing that sacral, representing personal power, creating through sexual energy. And that is through balancing ideas and thoughts, allowing them to work in harmony, but allowing the masculine and the feminine parts of us to come together for this creation. And whatever it is you want to create kind of can be looked at as your children. This might be an actual message for someone out there and letting you know, hey, your children are protective as you make this change. Your children are protective as they take that path. So that can be in the literal sense, but it also can be more in the sense that as we birth new ideas, new thoughts, new concepts, new ways of being, pictures, paintings, tools, modalities, whatever it is, you are literally birthing your children, and you are protected in that, and so are they. They're coming from a more divine, everything is creating from divine source, but it's coming from a more pure, reflected energy of yourself. You're given birth. And that little girl's not afraid of the tiger. So that's also letting us know that that child part of us is now cooperating with the adult part of us. You know how they always say, heal the child within. You enter the kingdom through the heart of a child, healing in that wounded child. Well, I feel that we've done that. And now they are friends. We are friends. We are one. It is one with our human adult or grown-up self. So we have nothing to fear. Like that strength comes from that balance of the child and the adult all in one. So we can have that innocent spontaneity, taking chances, living life freely, but we're using it also with the wisdom that we've gained from all of our experience operating from our higher mind. Take me to the other side. So that's the message for today. I know everyone's waiting for me, so I'm going to cut it off for now. Our power is to get back home to our hearts and to stay in the present, to manifest our heart's wishes. Oh my God, that's so true. You guys are so wise and beautiful. You guys are all truly master light blasters. And a master light blaster simply allows its light to permeate the density by surrendering to the experience, accepting that it was created for them, by them, and it's taking us to a higher. It's helping us to ascend and allow our more pure innate self, not the program, not the paradigms, not all of the past stuff, which we needed for the experience. But yeah, it's opening us up to who we are already. Oh, I love that. So, because you mentioned heart card moon, and I was thinking about it, I'm going to do one quick moon card, heart card. But this card might pertain to you personally, moon, because I said moon, and you're the one that brought up the heart. So yes, it is about connecting to our heart. And how do we know what's of the heart? Well, we live shit in density that isn't of the heart. That's all. It was all a beautiful experience, not to be judged, not to be criticized, just to be allowed. Because as you transmuted whatever wasn't your heart desire, or as you transmuted the fear, or alchemized certain other energies, it always brings you back home. But not only that, you are also doing that on all the other timelines of you, and you're also doing it and holding space for all of us. Solid ground. All right, I'll just read the meaning. The power of the what? The power of the invisible is the solid force in your life. All physical reality manifests from the spiritual realm of thoughts and feelings. This is the foundation of all you build in solid form on earth. So to me, this card is saying to truly tune in and tap in to the heart. And that means you have to release the mind sometimes, because if we're allowing the ego, the limited mind, which also has its purpose, but it's also based on past performances and experiences. If we allow that to be our leader, we're not going to necessarily get to our heart's fulfillment and desires. We need to tune into the heart and take a step back. And what are you feeling? What are you allowing? Why is this presenting itself before you? Why is this triggering you? Why is this bringing you so much joy? The outside world is always to point us to our heart's energy, the truth of who we are, our soul's purpose. So everything truly is a blessing, for it all points us back to our heart and points us back home when we surrender to the moment and when we're present in the moment, not trying to escape it, not trying to get to portal AB1 before we finish this portal to 2023, whatever it is. So very beautiful. This goes perfectly with your comment, moon. And it does go with this, because it is shows right here all of this out in space, outer space, kind of non-physical, but it's through all of this non-physical. Then look, we have this flower just being suspended in space, representing the connection to the heart, which gives us our personal power, which we get our creative inspirations. So it all goes together. Thank you so much, Moon. All right. Hey, Robin, thank you for joining. You guys are all beautiful master light blasters. So Robin, hey, Moon, hey, Gina Palazzo, hey, Leona, hey. I'm just putting your name on the front there so that you can really like blast, blast us, Gino. There you go, Lauren. I did Moon. Lots of blasting from Moon today. Thank you so much for being such a master light blaster. Thank you so much. Place to heal, hey. Beautiful Paige, Ada, thank you for being here, and Amy, and oh, beautiful Kimmy, and Patty, and Miranda. Thank you, guys. May you all shine and have a most delicious, that means like, oh, what's it called? Just totally immersing yourself with the flavor of the now, that ice cream, that sundae. How do we do that? Tune into your heart space and really just take in what's before you, and then that you utilize that energy you're given to yourself now, but it's also creating new ideas, new form, new manifestations to be tasted, to be reveled in. I can't think of the word. When you taste something, savor every moment, guys. Savor it. All right, guys. May you all shine with the entirety of all the love and light that you are.